Hello, and welcome to Hollywood Headlines. I'm your host, Kevin Lynch, and on tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about the latest news in Hollywood, starting with the 67th Annual Grammy Awards. Hollywood Headlines starts right now. Before we get into the show, I would like to take a moment to thank Paige Davis for being today's guest. The 67th Annual Grammy Awards were held on February 2nd in the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles and televised on CBS. The big winners from the night included Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet winning Best Pop Vocal Album, Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us winning Record of the Year, Chappell Roan being crowned as Best New Artist, and Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter winning Best Album as well as Best Country Album. Despite these accolades, there were also many controversies throughout the night, with people claiming other nominees deserved to win Grammys instead of the actual winners, particularly with Beyoncé winning Album of the Year. Many performances were also held throughout the star-studded night, including Billie Eilish performing Birds of a Feather, Doechii performing Denial is a River, as well as an incredible group of artists paying tribute to the victims of the California wildfires by singing a song called I Love L.A. Paige, did you watch the Grammys?
I did watch the Grammys. The performances were great. Loved Chappell Roan, as per usual. Chappell Roan always puts on such a good performance, and she always is super, intricate with her stuff, and I love it. Billie was really good. Sabrina was very, hers was definitely an esque to, a accolade to her tour and stuff like that.
There's a star factor to it.
Yes.
It's just her, attitude and confidence really shines through. It's really cool.
And I love that all the all the people who were nominated for Best New Artist did, a slight performance and stuff like that.
Yes.
That was really cool. I really liked that. I know that people were talking about Benson Boone's performance a lot because he, because he did, a backflip.
He did a backflip, and I didn't know.
And then I think he, adjusted his pants while he was, after his set.
It looked like a tight suit, for sure.
It did, it did. I was like, okay, and everyone was like, okay then, and I guess it was like, yo, I'm like, okay, word, what you gotta do, I guess, but everyone was like, bring Harry Styles back, get this guy out of here.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, whoa, guys, let the man live. Anyways.
Exactly. I fully agree. And speaking of Harry Styles, remember back when he won and Beyonce didn't?
Yeah.
There were definitely some snubs throughout the night through this year's. Do you feel there were any snubs throughout the Grammys night on Sunday, or did all of the winners deserve the acclaim?
I will put it this way. I think happy Beyonce finally got her flowers. Good for her. She's gotten snubbed 4 other times. She's been nominated 4 other times and has never won. And I feel like she had other albums that definitely should have won, like Lemonade. However, I don't think Cowboy Carter should have won Album of the Year. It should have been Billie Eilish.
It should have been Billie Eilish.
Yes.
Her and Phineas, too. Phineas on production as well.
I was gonna say her.
Both are just dynamic duo, and they have such a long chemistry because they grew up together, you know? It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, her album, especially, she put her heart and soul into that. I don't know if, if you know The Greatest,
there's so much emotion.
Oh my gosh, Best Country Album.
Beyonce also won that one.
I was going to say, big award for Beyonce because she's the first black woman to win the award, which is amazing.
But who did you want to win?
I wanted Post Malone to win. I think Post Malone should have won because he had all
because Morgan Wallen was on it?
Don't even. We'll get into that
We'll get to that later. Anyways.
We'll get into that later. But anyways, no, he had so many iconic artists on it. He had Brad Paisley, he had Tim McGraw.
Dolly Parton.
That
was a great collab.
Baby,
I like that one.
I don't have a heart. Anyways, yeah, I think Post Malone had a really good transition from rap and to country. I think he's doing great. I'm actually seeing him on tour this summer, so very exciting.
He's gonna be in Hershey around May, I believe.
That's exactly me and my mom are going to that show, so very exciting.
There you go. But yeah, any final thoughts at all?
I think I basically said everything I wanted to say. Big congrats to all the people who did win, though. So
I agree.
Yes, I was very happy that Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan got their flowers, as they should.
For sure.
And Charlie XCX, she got some Grammys the other night too. And shout out to Kendrick Lamar for literally winning a record and Song of the Year for a diss track.
Doing it all, and he even has a Super Bowl next week.
Yeah,
he's doing so great right now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But while at the aforementioned Grammys, Recording Academy President Harvey Mason Jr. appeared to welcome a surprise guest. This was none other than the Canadian singer-songwriter Abel Tesfaye, better known as The Weeknd. After boycotting the ceremony due to his mega hit album After Hours not being nominated, he made his grand return to play 2 songs from his new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. The album released on January 31st, and it is the final album of both the After Hours trilogy and the Weeknd persona. Tesfaye performed the new single, Cry For Me, and also brought rapper Playboi Carti on stage to perform their hit song, Timeless. In addition to the album, which received critical acclaim, Tesfaye will write and star in a thriller movie with the same name. The film will co-star Jenna Ortega and Barry Keoghan and will release on May 16th. Paige, have you listened to the album yet?
I haven't listened to the album yet, but I have listened to I know Timeless, and I heard Cry For Me. I watched the performance, and it was really good. I was super when he started singing Timeless, and then I saw Playboi Carti come out, I was like, oh my gosh, I was eating it up.
I was completely shocked because the president came out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is something serious. Because I know they teased a surprise guest. I was like, who could it be? Maybe, I don't know, somehow they would pull off Drake and Kendrick would get mad. It would be a whole stage thing. Well, I wouldn't want that to happen, but that was what I was predicting, weirdly enough. Anyways, besides that, I don't like Drake, I like Kendrick, to clarify. But it made more and more sense as he kept describing, like, this guy boycotted. I was like, okay, this is immediately The Weeknd, because he's consistently throughout the past couple of years been snubbed for Album of the Year, all these different categories.
Oh, yeah,
he was also nominated for so many different genres, like I think pop vocal album, hip hop or rap album.
Yeah, he's very versatile.
He's very versatile, and he doesn't hide that.
Have you listened to his new album yet or now?
I haven't listened to the full album. I was in New York last week, and he had a pop-up in Rockefeller Center. It wasn't open to the public yet, but I was walking by and I saw these like bright orange letters. I was like, okay, this has to be for The Weeknd.
Heck yeah.
And it had Hurry Up Tomorrow on it, and I've seen all those pictures. It's really cool.
Good.
But to go back to your question, haven't listened to the full album yet. When it came out, I listened to some bits and pieces. I really like Timeless, like you said, that came out a couple months ago, as well as which features Playboi Carti, as well as Sao Paulo. I really like the transition from the previous song, which I can't say on air, into Sao Paulo. It's really cool, and the way he does it and engineers it with the producer Mike Dean, who produces for so many other great people as well.
Heck yeah.
It's just really cool to see. He's such a visual artist, even though albums are in an audio format. That's why it doesn't surprise me that he's doing all these music videos for the album, as well as doing a film as well, which I'm also really excited for.
Yeah, I'm excited for the film too. Timeless is really good. I probably want to listen to. I actually looked at tickets for the tour because the tour, like the general sale starts tomorrow. So honestly, if the ticket prices aren't bad, I might go because I have a friend who loved Playboi Carti, and I think he would be eating this up right now. The fact that he brought him out at the Grammys, oh my God, he would have loved that.
Exactly. I'm really excited to see that too. So yeah. But when we come back from the break, we'll be talking about the FireAid concert. Hollywood headlines. We'll be right back. Throughout the new year, wildfires have devastated California, specifically the Pacific Palisades wildfire. On January 30th, more than 30 artists raised over $100 million towards Los Angeles wildlife recovery by putting together a concert called FireAid. The concert was streamed from the Kia Forum and the Intuit Dome with over 50 million viewers across 28 different streaming platforms. Notable performers include Stevie Nicks, Olivia Rodrigo, Gracie Abrams, Jelly Roll, No Doubt, and Dr. Dre. Operating costs were offset by the LA Clippers, with owner Steve Ballmer matching every pledge made during the broadcast and streaming. Notable bands, including the Eagles and U2, made generous donations, and as well as tickets, sponsorships, merchandise, sales, and several donations, all contributing to the total amount raised. The night started with Billie Eilish joining Green Day on stage and ended with Lady Gaga debuting her brand new song that she wrote with her fiancé, Michael Polanski. Paige, what was your favorite performance from the night?
I actually forgot that FireAid was going on, so I didn't watch it, and it made me so sad. But my favorite performance of the night that I did actually get to see was the Nirvana tribute concert. And if
that's what I was going to say as well. I really like that too.
And if you didn't, I was going to say, if you guys don't know, I love Nirvana. I've been a big fan since probably about 2020. I got into them around 2021, and I love them. So I was very excited to hear that they brought Chris and Dave and all that. I mean, it makes sense. Foo Fighters were there. But that they did that, and then they had a female lead. Like they had Dave Grohl's daughter was being
Violet Grohl. I follow her on Instagram.
She sang
She's really cool.
They sang All Apologies, which was really cool. A bunch of They sang my favorite song off of Nevermind, which is Breed, and I was like, oh my God, I was eating it up.
So true. Probably my two favorite performances are from like my two favorite artists of all time. Pink, we both have seen her before. She performed some great songs. What About Us? Like the lyrics in that song just really hit different, especially due to the wildfires. It really empowered a lot of people, and she kind of just inspired so many people to donate to such an important cause.
I also did catch a glimpse of Olivia Rodrigo and Gracie Abrams' performance.
Oh,
because
that was really good.
No, I've seen Gracie Abrams too. She's I saw her at the Jingle Ball this past December.
Here we go.
She's really good. She's so slay.
Although the release date for the album hasn't officially been released, two-time Grammy nominee Morgan Wallen will be embarking on his I'm the Problem tour this upcoming summer for his upcoming album, I'm the Problem. The tour is set to begin on June 20th in Houston, Texas. The title track dropped on January 31st. Wallen has 3 singles that were released last year that are rumored to be on the album as well. Wallen also teased on a now-deleted Instagram photo a picture of a whiteboard with blurred-out song titles, which stated Chopping Block, hinting that this upcoming album is going to be a double album yet again. This tour comes after major success of his 3rd album tour, One Night at a Time, that ended up being the highest-grossing country tour of all time last year, with a revenue of $300 million. His upcoming tour is set to conclude on September 13th in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Paige, what do you think of Morgan's singles that are currently out?
I love Morgan Wallen. He was my top artist of 2023. Shockingly, because Taylor Swift is usually my top artist, but he surpassed her in 2023 because I love One Thing at a Time, one of my favorite albums. But I really like most of the singles. He has Lies, Lies, Lies. I love Lies, Lies, Lies. I can't wait to hear it live because actually, I'm going to the tour. I'm going to be there Friday. I'll be there in Gillette Stadium on Friday, August 22nd, seeing Morgan Wallen. I'll be up in the nosebleeds, but we'll be there.
Guess who won't be seeing Morgan Wallen?
You, because he's a hater of Morgan Wallen, guys.
I hate Morgan Wallen. I am probably the co-creator of the Morgan Wallen Hate Club. If anyone wants to join, no, I'm just kidding. I've seen the way he treats other people, treats himself, like I just, with my personal
art from the artist.
I have a very tough time doing that.
I know you do. It's okay, Kevin.
That's just
how you are.
That's just how I am.
And that's okay.
But like, I will say the way that he's selling all of his albums and his tours and music and everything is really impressive for an artist to go through all of those hurdles throughout his career like that.
Yeah, because he blew up over COVID. Like his album, I was actually supposed to see him open for Luke Bryan in 2020, and then the concert got postponed to 2021, obviously, because of COVID. And then his second album, Dangerous, blew up, so then they switched out the opener for Dylan Scott, who's great too, but I was like, Morgan Wallen! And then I didn't see him I wanted to go to One Night at a Time, but I couldn't. And then, so I got tickets to I'm the Problem, so I'm very excited. But yeah, he's got a few other singles out that I like he's got Love Somebody, he's got a few other ones, but I'm blanking right now because LOL. But yeah, no. His singles are so good. Eating them up, but I'm the Problem's really good too. I was eating that up because he teased it last year and then never dropped it.
Like it's long awaited.
Yeah, and then he finally dropped it and I was hyped because I was like, oh, this is a banger. Like I'm hyped and it's so good. I know if you're not into country music and that's not your thing, whatever. But
I will say, just to clarify with people, I don't hate country music. I just hate him. I hate Morgan Wallen.
You know what?
And that's okay.
Opinions are subjective.
Opinions, everyone is entitled to their own opinions.
So
and with that, when we come back from the break, we will be playing Choose These Two. Hollywood Headlines, we'll be right back. Welcome back. The Grammys occurred last Sunday, and there was certainly a lot of buzz happening throughout the night. We're going to test your Grammys knowledge, though, with a game we like to call Choose These Two. Paige, you'll have 10 seconds to tell me which 2 of the following artists have won Best Rap Album, excluding Doechii, who recently won, so she won't be on the list. These will be people who have won in the past.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and then, so we'll read off of you'll basically have 10 seconds to tell me which of those are that. So here are the options. Megan Thee Stallion, Miss Lauryn Hill, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B. So you'll have those options, and your 10 seconds Starts now. Choose two.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's two of them?
Two of them, yep.
Oh, it's, well, I was going to say, I actually can't see the names, but I'm going to say Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion are going to be the two that haven't won.
All right, drum roll, please. I know the answers, so those are both incorrect.
Oh.
So it was actually Miss Lauryn Hill way back in the 90s and then Cardi B in 2018. That was
wait,
why
I thought it was the other way around. I misunderstood. I thought it was the two that didn't win, not two that have won.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. You know what? That's okay.
So I technically got it right.
So you know what? We'll give her the points. We'll give her the points. That's okay. That's okay. We all win. The moral of the story, folks. Anyways, well, that's all we have for tonight's episode, but make sure to come back next week for the latest news in Hollywood. A big thank you to Paige Davis for coming on today's show. I'm Kevin Lynch. Have a great weekend, Millersville.